Final 4 match 5 over 18. This is the day 1 grand final PMPL MYSG.
Alright, and of course our feature players here, Grim, Muffin, Ikuda, as well as Pamburu. Now, just look at this. Oh, Muffin's really a survivor. Total, he is 2k-ish as compared to the rest, with only 1 kill on his side. So he's really the guy who's going for positions for his team. The survivor of the team, in other words.
Speaking of which, Tara has not been performing just as good as Net Brotherhood these days, and they are a little bit lacking in terms of that. But I'm gonna wait and see if this map will be somebody new getting themselves that chicken in a that flight path a little bit skewed again towards the west side, going down from hospital towards Sonovska military base. We haven't got any very balanced flight path, but the circles has been very kind to the players.
Okay, well, we'll see here. Circle, circle, show yourself. Okay, we will see if this is a kind circle or is this going to be... come on, give me a circle that I love for once. But, okay, we shall see here. But, circle, smack in the middle again. Today is the day of nice circles. It's like sunshine, rainbow, and flowers all over when it comes to the world of circles. So, well, teams who like to drop in the middle, we know you. Team Secret, EVOS VIP like to drop in school, so they will have the advantage of being in the middle of the circle for now. While on the side of the southern island, Net Brotherhood as well as Bigatron, they will definitely need to make the rotation into the main island later on.
I do wish EVOS VIP get their loot straight out from school and they just roam a little bit towards the edge of a circle, because it's kind of risky. We've seen it before. Many teams, when it comes to the first phase of the game, if they are actually overstayed themselves in the middle of a circle, there's too many teams surrounding or cornering them all around. And that never turned out a good result for them. But on the side of FV, okay, we're going to talk about FV for a bit. They kind of have a different gameplay when it comes to the final week when it was back then. But for the grand finals, they're kind of a different team playing right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Their last week of the league, they seem to pick up a little bit. That's why they earned themselves just nicely across the line onto the grand finals, and that's why we see them here today. But yeah, so far of the 4 games that we have played today, not looking good for them. That's why they are smacked right down at the bottom of the 16 chart. So hopefully they can find their footing, and they need to find it fast, because again, this is a sprint.
A sprint that is not actually having any break between them. That's the thing. They have to keep on giving their best performance every single time, every single second, every single game. Yeah, 3 days consecutively, and that's not an easy task, because it's a lot of pressure coming up for all these players. And one more thing, most of them are actually on lockdown. So far the communication is doing quite well for most of the teams, but some of them are staying in the same room, same house, in the same gaming house, but some of them is actually staying with their parents or even a different house at that point. So there will be a little of delayed communication, or even some of them don't even communicate over their voice. But usually I think they will be a-okay for now. Net Brother and Bicatron, both teams are at their usual drop points. Papa Milta Power, but smack in the middle, EVOS VIP, Axis, and Team Secret slowly marching towards them.
And now we do see a Lost Survivor as well. One of the teams that really struggling at this point, they need to get the points on the board quickly, because they are really falling behind. They did land quite far from a lot of other teams here, so that's why they are... Well, they're probably going to play a safer approach now, because they need to get a confidence back. It's not only about the points, but also the confidence as well. So far, most of the teams, they seem to drop far away from each other, so we don't expect big engagement so far. EVOS VIP, a little bit close to Axis and PX, but well, it's still quite a distance there if we do zoom into their angles. Bapa'a, again, going to their comfort zone of Milta Power, so no challenges there for the side of Bapa'a.
They have to fight Resurgence and Tara if they want to go to the same direction, or they can go a little bit longer one, going through a farm on the shoreline there, playing just around the river area or even that water area. But Team No Recall from around Ferry Pier, Last Survivor is just behind them around Primosk. We're talking about those actually who want to gatekeep. They can actually do so and get themselves extra kill points. But at the same time, there's not many teams that gonna rotate into or migrate into the circle later than everybody else because, well, like you said here, Cloud, it's a very balanced, beautiful circle. So it's all reachable for every single player or every single team there is in the game.
Yeah, it's a pretty circle, very beautiful circle, just like Choo Choo. And now, just looking at it, I'm so sorry, Choo
I
Choo.
feel flattered
I
by that. That can go south
you
so
should.
fast, man.
Hey, well, you see, that's how smooth I can be, you know. Okay, there
Okay,
you
at
go.
least.
Okay, okay.
Never mind.
Choo Choo's trying to acknowledge, but she can't. All right, then,
Beautiful,
ladies and
beautiful.
gentlemen.
So I'm a circle now. That's what you're
What?
trying to say. Fine, you
Oh,
can be
man.
that flight path.
Hmm.
You can be that straight flight path. Okay, if you want, I give you another shape for that. But yeah, we're gonna go back into the game.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
done.
so
I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm out the door.
the first few phases of the game, we won't be looking at anybody who forced a fighter unless if you are actually fighting over one compound. So we're gonna see the migration happens at fourth phase here, where everybody will force to be in a small circle. But yep, it's gonna be everybody looting and spraying themselves nice cars, getting that unicorn and that vibrant colors of the Dacia, and maybe even dance some chicken dance.
Oh yeah, that chicken dance, and of course this vibrant color. In case you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, where have you been? Of course, that's to commemorate PUBG Mobile for their second anniversary. So you see fun stuff around like the cakes, like the signboards, like the colorful car. It's because of the second anniversary. So congratulations again to PUBG Mobile for making it to 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. So if you got one of those for yourself, it is definitely limited edition. So definitely worthwhile to get it. And EVOS VIP. Just look at this. They still have the school compound all to themselves unchallenged. So it is as what Choo Choo wished earlier. They're not making those
Hmm.
rotations. They're happy with what loot they have here. Of course, tons of loot in school.
Speaking of the cosmetics just now, a bit recap again for you guys. Mirama won by Secret for that chicken dinner, and then a Wrangle match 2 is taken away by Dingles. V Candy taken away by Yidu against Sunhawk Ruby. None other than Team No Rico. We're down to match 5 right now. No clue who will take away your Wrangle, but possibility there are some couple of teams trying to make it double chicken dinner in a day. But back about cosmetic, it's okay to be noob at a game. It's okay to die so much as long as you die stylishly, swagging it out with your cosmetic, making people just jealous. So you can say that, oh, that guy shot me because he's jealous of my cosmetics. See that what I'm trying to tell you that you can play it like that way.
Wow. So you can kill people just because you're jealous of their cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So I know after this that okay, I have tons of cosmetics that I have, but when I start playing my game, I'll just chill. Like I'll keep my cosmetics because I don't want to be the target. Now I know that. That's what you think.
Or maybe just don't wear anything when you're playing. But don't do that as well. But looking at this, of course, playing with that red dot on a scar, but didn't connect any of it. The thing is, he sprayed it way too much, and now it's exposing and jeopardizing his position itself. And that gives us a lot of information on the side of GeekFam who just happened to pass by. They won't be stopping because they're trying to go for the ruins area, which currently being dominated by Dingles. We're looking at right smack middle Team Secret versus EVOS VIP versus Resurgence versus Axis versus Dingles, who happen to join in the fray. While the rest of the team will rotate a little bit late, you do always think twice when it comes to getting rotations. Not too late, not too early. That's why they are really balancing things out.
Yeah, they're balancing it out right now. But just look at this. The distance between the couple of team members of Bapa are and now Six is in front. Well, it can get a little bit tricky if he gets knocked. So hopefully he don't get knocked down early as well. So one of our viewers as well, let's see here, Lala Mpucha. Sorry, it's sometimes Lala Mpuya. Okay, so she did mention that. Oh, okay, the curse of number one in league stage continues. So Baba did get number one during the league though, and it is showing that they aren't doing the business here so far. So hopefully a comeback here later on. Like Chuchu said, a warm up that they need.
I don't know. They cannot actually having too much space for warming up. We're talking about grand finals now. It's all down to this day. They have been training. They have been grinding through the qualifiers. They have been invited towards the tournament for this day. So they don't have that much time for warming up anymore. Speaking of which, Stewart managed to pin one down on ESG. So who can stop Stewart from killing more people throughout the games here? Bigatron hopping from one compound to one another different vicinity. ESG to Proline, one of the best fragate areas for ESG, but at the same time, it's almost impossible to actually help him up. Bro, we're just gonna build it, saying, sorry, bro. You're gonna take one for the team.
Yeah, and look at this. Team No Recall again. A good start again for them. Rampaging across other teams. So, well, it's looking strong again for Team No Recall, but let's see whether this can be held on towards the later stages of the game. Now, they are in an open field for now. They do have a couple of vehicles, so they will still continue to make their rotation. They are in the circle though. So will they camp it out at the edge of the circle, or will they continue onto the middle of the circle? This will be a strategy that will be interesting for us to see Team No Recall. Insomnus, he has eyes on ESG on just outside of that housing compound.
And now Insomnus trying to keep track on ESG side. Martoy already engaged or initiated toward Expert Romeo, and they will be finished by also iShot spotting in to get that kill. UI is spraying all over the place, but ESG exposed himself way too much. Just got through it and not even with the mark of the bullet. It's right on top of the kill that he really needs to be. Insomnus knock one down, and they try to get for more here. Can they be a little bit more greedy going in ESG? But at the same time, we're talking about outskirts of Pachinki with a very open field there. So that's not where you want to be, because the circle will determine who will be favored. This is a totally different circle. We anticipated those actually in Rozhog is only you do, gang, and happens to be no other teams coming up from the northern side of the map, and chances are he will end up in Rozhog.
Wow, okay, yeah, that's a big turn of events here. Suddenly, Rosshog could be the final few circles. But now, before we go to that, of course, Expert MY, they are in the school compound. They have only 2 team members, though, so probably was a fight-off between them as well as EVOS VIP. Now, Pemburu, ESG also only have 2 team members right now. Need to fend off a couple of other teams there that makes their rotation. The last survivor, Ziggs, looks like you need to fend off Geek Fam is at the lower edge of this hill. Now, Ziggs does not have numbers on his side because Mosgoku is bleeding out. He needs to help Mosgoku, but it's not going to be easy. Mosgoku is out of Ziggs' reach, but other team members could go for it.
Do they have to build this one out again? We've seen a couple of members being sacrificed for the sake of the greater good. We're talking about Last Survivor. Do they actually want to commit to this fight? We talk about, yeah, they have decent number of gears on their side, but at the same time, utility-wise, it's not working so well for them. It kind of drains their economy for Last Survivor at this point if they keep tossing their utilities. And Mosgoku will be revived by NSP4. Now, they really need to get out of this place because it doesn't look so well for the team. Ziggs, on the other hand, keeping on the pressure and the tap on Geek Fam, who happens to be kind of lost these days. Geek Fam used to be one of the best team out there, having one of the most chicken dinners they had before in week 1 or week 2, but it's just not working well. Now Resurgence taking down on Bapa Other tricks on his knees. That's the leader or the captain for Bapa R.
Yeah, Bapa again. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them so far, but Last Survivor looks like they managed to get the revive on the Mosgoku, and he managed to heal up himself. Now, EVOS VIP, they have 2 different teams to deal with. They have Papa to deal with. They have Expert MY just now being pinned down in a structure on the other side of school, and in the main school, Bart is just outside though, but Bart looks like he's all alone, so don't think he will go for the siege there. Probably just trying to sense out where EVOS VIP is and just use up their ammo, and maybe when they're ready they can go for it, but they don't have the numbers though. Looks like EVOS VIP, Heiko, is out of this game. man, again, because it was VIP, they need to find something to work here. Jazz is still outside. The grenade does clip onto Jazz, but so far he is still okay.
Oh, he will get schooled very soon. Looking at Evil's VIP, this is what I fear for them. They need to get out of this compound, not holding it way too long. The moment they loot things out, you just have to go play at the rim of the circle there. Because look at this, there's so many teams trying to snatch away the position. Bot trying to around the corner, switch it down to Nate this time. And we can see how just trying to crawl it very slowly. There's also a canister in between here. That explosion will be a huge one. But there you go, Jazz is already knocked down just now with that explosion by Lord. And he will finish this one. Try to clip it across that wall. At the same time, Lord is playing this very patiently. Jazz is actually hoping for the rest of Evil's VIP helping it out. But it's almost impossible at this rate. They are kind of far apart from each other. While Sane tried to hop onto that Dacia. Got punished straight away across that map there. Looking at Bappa are also trying to charge in. Evos try to finish off Bappa. Bart at the same time Expert and what caught up between two Bappa Ass members. Secret is butting in against Bigatron while Yudu going against Axis at the same time.
But he's still out in the open though. Only the smokes to protect him. So not sure how he's gonna get out of there because Putra and Kuza can really snipe him out. Now Bart taking lots of damage. Doesn't look good for Bart here. And now look at this. Team Secret, they're arriving to the party on the side of Bigatron. Boyka is knocked down to Yuhai from the other side. The shots do go on. Does not connect enough. Yuhai now being knocked down. Yuhai's far away from his brothers. His brothers will need to save him. Yubi will pop out the smoke there. Aisha will get cover fire. Because another team, FB, they are moving in, but they're just coming across there. And now looks like Yuhai have been finished off by another team. Team Secret is now down to 3 team members.
But they're trying to do their best to clutch things out. They are really on the open. Hito got pressured quite a number of attacks. Oh, that's breaking up from March. A beautiful one, but didn't connect in the last minute. Kind of dropped the HP down to half that, but it's not going to be enough. That they say will exploit the entire thing, but it's Samsey managed to get one down at Axis. Tara going against them as well. Looking at last month, Goku going to take down on Big Fam. Avi on the other end going against another team. Ned trying to just pop that smoke, cover the teams at the same time, making sure they can get revival as soon as possible. We're looking at Avi trying to hovering their scopes on them, and Ned really caught up in between so many teams. That we're talking about Evil's VIP. There's also Avi in front of them, and nonetheless, Yudu gang just right around the corner from the north, coming down a little bit toward the south. That Yudu got himself quite a decent compound to work with. Very big structures, but at the same time, they are at the lower ground. And they are actually forced to get themselves advancement against Avi and Net. They have to cross these two teams. There's also Tara creeping in, because if they are staying this too long, the next phase will be painful for most of these teams coming out around this vicinity.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for you to gang as well. So, it's okay because there's just so much gatekeeping happening at the hillside. And now moving over to Biu, looks like they will take out 6. That's a kill steal from Lord there, taking out 6 actually. And now Team Secret, they still have 3 team members on their side. They don't have their main fragger Yuhai though, so they will need to shape out their strategies accordingly. Now Net Brotherhood, they are forced into the circle because the blue zone is pressuring them, and lots of other teams as well. Team Secret as well as Expert MY, they are the only teams are fully in circle for now. The Dingos, they are just outside of the circle, but they still need to make a little bit of a move there.
Speaking of which, Dingos had a high kill volume. Can they actually do the same thing for the second time in the same map? They actually won themselves today, but Altai tossing a lot of grenades down there, going against the Evil's VIP. They are trapped just under that cliff, and Luxy taking the fight over Evils again. So we're looking at that kind of fall apart and trying to cover all the angles at the same time, but they got punished quite heavily there. The spraying came out of Yudu gang, and also there's Team Secret around the corner, while Dingos is fighting Team No Recall at the same time, the same building, but different level of ground here. We're talking about Team No Recall Simbi at the most lower story, while the rest of Dingos is kind of in the second story instead. We have one more team just outskirts of them is ESG waiting for the time to march in.
Oh man, but the jump down from the dingoes looks like Sinbi did not notice that, but now Sinbi will reposition itself onto the second floor. Now it's a high ground for him. Stewart, 9K will move in as well to the compound with another vehicle. But oh, I don't think Stewart knows that on his right side there's the dingoes there waiting. Just one team member, dingo. Sinbi has been knocked down, so he needs to be saved there. Dingo still have 3 team members on their side, so they can still take this fight if they want to. And now Sans just waiting on the other side, but they are actually in the same compound as Team No Recon. Team No Recon now looks like a little bit of Molotov action there happening, and they may be flushed out from their building.
So many teams still. We're talking about fifth circle here. 12 teams still left. 34 players still going for the champion or the chicken dinner in the grand final here. Team B knocked down, but no way Team Recall gonna just get him up straight away. Avi managed to pin down on Nat here. Nat reversed things over with Grim being knocked down instead. At the same time, Tara hovering their vision on Gig Fam, and that's couple of Gig Fam being finished off there. Team No Recall will be engaged to a Team Secret. The rivalry happens kind of classic, but at the same time, Yudu Gang only have this UAZ which already exploded to have cover with Jumper. It's kind of stuck in the middle of the war zone here. Speaking of which, Tara and all the rest of the team is actually surrounding them. They have their barricade over this vehicles and a little bit of terrain to play with, but except for that, nothing more than that they have covers on.
Oh, and now Team No Recall, they don't have the zone on their side, but the zone is favoring Team Secret for now. Expert NY, a little bit of the zone as well. You do get only 2 team members at this point. Not looking good for them because there's still 10 more teams. There's still a lot to go through. And Team No Recall, they still manage to maintain, after all that, they still can manage to maintain all 4 their team members so far. So far, so good for Team No Recall, really. But the next challenge is they are one of the further teams away to get into the circle. So we'll need to see if they can live up to the challenge. Last Survivor, they are still hanging on to this. Looks like they still have 4 team members intact, but Team Secret with 3 team members need to fend off the middle of the circle.
Secret got themselves that beautiful warehouse work with a lot of space for them, but the moment the circle switches their favor, it will be really tough to get out from that. The warehouse really a good defense, but when it comes to getting out from that, it's gonna be just savage, because you know why? Every single person will look over this warehouse at the current moment. They are right smack in the middle, and Team Secret, can they hold off to this position? We're talking about more than 5, probably just not probably, literally 8 teams try to snatch that spot from Secret in every angle and every direction possible. And that trying to play it over there, and I just spraying every single person outside of Team Rico. That's a lot of sprays there. At the same time, Team Rico was forced to engage against ESG and Expert NY. And there's so many teams going against Team Rico for the current being, and it's not doing great for them. Well, we have Mata on the outside of that compound and that building. Tara trying to get their shots landing on Yudu Gang's side. And now Liren will have to force to move here. Everybody will be forced to move because the blue is closing into the circle, and we're entering the 6th space here. The 6th circle won't be as nice, but the explosion coming from Gibu, amazingly well done and secured that kill. Liren didn't expect that coming up from that angle, and Gibu caught it off guard.
Oh, Liren totally wasn't ready for that. Now Aisha looks like he will knock down Manpara. Knocked down behind his vehicle, which may explode at any time soon, but don't need the explosion. Aisha will finish off Manpara. Echop will finish off Jumper, and there goes Yudikang will bow out at 8th place. Team No Recall is still playing in this game with 4 team members. Like Manpara bring out the side of Aga, and now Aga has been knocked down, and now looks like Team No Recall, they will have a big challenge trying to get into the circle because Team Secret, they just have every angle covered right now. Although they only have 3 team members, but it's working out for them. However, they're trying to cover everything with the structure that they have right now. Marcos is just being the madman right now, taking it out one by one. He has been the cancer for Team No Recall. They cannot advance because Matoy is just keeping everything close and clean.
At the same time, look at that tap coming up from Aisha with the car. It was amazing. One shot, one knock, and probably one kill. I shot you, you go down. That's what I shot supposed to be and supposed to mean like. And now Nat going against Tara. At the same time, we're looking at Sleep is sleeping around the corner for FV. Team No Recall, they're having a hard time to just revive Stewart just now, but it kind of worthwhile. While Team Secret holding one building for themselves. They know the circle is favoring them so far, but last survival, they try to go and actually advance to a Team Secret, which been denied entirely. At the same time, Net already made a move here, and the blue is closing. And look at that, how much chipping off Mappins, chugging down the HP, and he doesn't have any more healing. This is the last one. He just tried to find more time. He's down to top 16s left. There's only 16s and 14 players, 6 teams, and they're all striving to get themselves that one spot. But there you go. I think that's Tara Muffin finish off by that play zone. We're down to only top 5 now. Simbi also got close by that play zone and is nowhere to be seen anymore. And one more team out. That's Matoy. Gatekeep this one particular angle only by himself. 1v4, and that's Mata wiping one whole team of Team No Recoil.
Oh man, so it looks like Team No Recall versus Smart Toy. The entire team has been cleared out by Smart Toy right here. But look at this, Luxy has eyes on Mata, and Smart Toy have been knocked down by Sleep. Oh my god, that's another angle there. It wasn't Luxy, but Luxy did a lot of work as well, giving pressure towards Smart Toy. And now Biu Biu will need to save his teammate. It's not going to be easy there. Aisha has just managed to be revived, and now he will heal up. The circle will continue to close in on a couple of teams here. Luxy just outside the compound here. Need to find the right angle, but it's not going to be easy just moving in and out of this house. But they do know that Luxy is in this structure. How can you find the angle? Luxy is being pinned back at this point.
He shredded a lot on his vest there, even though it's a level 3, but a couple of takes of bullets more than enough to shred it entirely. He doesn't have time or anything to replenish and reset himself. And That's not doing great, but eye shots kind of way expose himself to his last each on that. He tossed that smoke, but he's really in the last tick of health and will be knocked down by NSP. To coming up front, just face to face, and that's a straight coming out reaction from NSP. At the same time, he actually really low with the spray just now. Last survivor trying to take the chicken away. They are being completely different from what they have to offer before this, and Team Secret now stuck in this building. Bill will be used up all that energy during, while eye shots is nowhere to be saved. Mata revived back here. But the rest of the team, we're down to only 3 teams currently. One more getting this one out. Yet lots of us still have 4 men up, well and alive.
Oh, Matoy now without any more vests. I believe his vests have been totally depleted. Eye shots definitely not going to be safe and will be taken out of this game. Luxy will go for the heal. First aid. Can he make it? No! He does not make it. And there you go. Luxy will be the next one to go on. Now it's Last Survivor against Team Secret. Last Survivor have the numbers here. Team Secret only have 2. They can go for the Russian, but they are trying to find the right moment to do this.
The circle is not being nice to them. That's denying them to get themselves second chicken dinner for the day. While NSP try to force them out, but they don't even need to force it out because the blue just finished off Secret straight away. And it's Last Survivor getting all 4 men just now. Get themselves one chicken dinner, rising back from the dead and get into the game again.
Oh man,